So, good evening students. So, in the previous class, we had seen about this third person singular. Okay, yesterday we had seen that. So, today what we are going to see? Today we are going to see, so what are the types of verbs in terms of different forms? So, generally we know that there are different forms of verbs. So, in the previous class I had said to you, one is V1, number 2 is V2, number 3 is V3, 4 is V4 and V5. So, what is V? V stands for verb. V stands for verbs. Okay, just I can make it bada size. Thickness of the pen will be highlighter. So, generally they are saying that V1, V2, V3, V4 and V5. So, these are the types of verbs. Okay. So, what is V? V stands for verbs. V stands for verbs. I'll make it lesser print. V stands for verb, as I said to you. So, what is V1? So, V1 is the basic forms of verbs. What is V1? V1 is the basic forms of verbs. Okay. So, what is the other name of base form? The other name of base form is said to be a root form. What is the other name? Root form. Okay. So, in the previous class we had seen that what is base form, what is the other name for base form, what are the examples available for base forms we had seen in the previous class. So, now we are studying that what is base form. So, base form will represent terms of V1. Okay. Base form will represent terms of V1. So, what is base form? Base form is a verb. What is that? Base form is a verb. It is also called as a root form. Okay. So, it comes from the root. It comes from the root. Okay. So, these are the, so if the root is good, then the sentences will also be good. The root is 100%. Sentences will also be accurate. Accurate means perfect in terms of 100%. Okay, that is V1. Next one, we will see about this V2. What is V2? Verb 2 is said to be an V2. Verb 2 stands for simple past form. It's a type of sentence which is said to be an simple sentences. We are going to use only the simple sentences. Okay, simple means it's a very smoothing sentences, very easy sentences. Okay, it's a very simple, it's very easy. Okay, sentences in terms of past form. Past means it has been completed. It has been completed. The work has been takes place. Takes place when? Yesterday. Okay, day before yesterday. Parso. Day before yesterday. Okay. Today morning. So, today is evening. Now, it's evening. So, we can say today morning. Okay. So, the work which has been completed above this time. Now, the time is 6:45 p.m. Time is 6:45 p.m. So, before this, what are the action takes place? What are the action takes place before this is said to be past form. Form means what? It's a structure. Okay, generally we know form means structure. Past means what? It has been takes place. It took place. It's completed. Yesterday, day before yesterday, today morning, today lunchtime. The work has been takes place. I have taken lunch in the lunchtime. I have taken lunch at 1 p.m. I have taken breakfast at 9 a.m. So it has been completed. I went to my classroom at 10 a.m. I have visited my library. I visited the library. Okay, I visited the library at 11 a.m. I went to library yesterday. I went to library yesterday. Okay. Yesterday I went to Delhi. Today morning I arrives Delhi. Today morning I come, but now the time is evening. Okay, that's the thing. So the sentences which you are going to frame will be in terms of simple. It should be simple, and the type of form will be represented in terms of past form. Okay, the type of form is said to be an past form. Okay, so that's why they are saying that V2 will be always represented in terms of simple past form. What is that? Simple past form is said to be an V2. And V1 is said to be an base form. Okay. And next one is V3. What is V3? V3 is said to be a verb. It is said to be an verb 3. What it indicates? It indicates past form in terms of participle. It indicates past participle form. Okay. So what is past? You know that the same thing will be occur. It is simple past form. This will be in terms of past participle form. Okay. So the things, the action which has been takes place will be in terms of past tense. Okay. But in V2 and V3, which will be remains same. Only the small difference will be there. Okay. The V2 and V3 will be remains same, and only the small difference will be there. Okay. So V2 is said to be an simple past, and V3 is said to be an past participle form. Okay. Next one is V4. V4 is said to be a third person, third, 3. You can remember 3. Third person. We are going to talk about the third person who is sitting near you, who is sitting opposite to you, or who is unknown to you. I do not know about the person, but I am talking about that person. Okay. So is unknown person. We are saying that he is eating food. He is, what is that? He is eating food. What is doing? He is eating food. Who is eating food? No idea. Someone is eating food. Okay. Or she is eating food. Whatever may be. Okay. So this is the be a third person. We are going to represent the third person who is away from you. Okay. In terms of singular. In terms of singular present form. So the sentences which will appear will be in terms of present tense, or present verbs will be located. It is said to be in present form. Okay. So what they are saying, V4 means verb 4. It always shows, it always represents, or it always indicate the third person who is away from you. Okay. or who is near to you, but it's unknown to everyone. It is said to be a third person, and it will appear in terms of singular, not in plural. Okay, the person which you are going to represent will be always in terms of singular forms. Okay, okay, he or she or I, whatever it may be. Okay, it will always represent singular forms in terms of present forms. That is the main thing. Okay, not in terms of past participle form, not in terms of past. For example, if it is past, then this sentence, then you cannot be able to get the sentences. The sentences will be non-sensitive. It will not give any sense. If you are going to make a third person in terms of singular past form, then it will never give meaning. The sentence will be inactive in all cases. So that it will never shows the action which will be takes place. Okay, it simply says that some action will be takes place, but it will never identify, it will never indicates how the action has been takes place, whether it indicates in present or future or past. So okay, so it will gives in terms of meaningless sense. Okay, that is said to be an V4. Next one is V5. So we have seen that V5 means verb 5 is the present participle. At present, now, this time. What is that? This time, what you are going to do. At this time, we can say. This time, at this time, at present. Okay. Now, these are some of the examples we can use. Now, okay. At particular time. Now the time is 7 p.m. means at 7 p.m. Okay. So these are some of the examples for this. Present in terms of participle forms. So the given sentences will be always, the given verbs will be always indicate the present form or in terms of present participle forms. Okay. So in the previous class, we have seen about what is base form. What in the previous class we have seen that what is past form, and next we have seen about this past participle form, and yesterday we have seen about this third person singular present form, and finally today we have seen about this present participle form also we have seen. So all these forms will also be replaced in terms of verbs, in terms of numbers. That is V1, V2, V3, V4, V5. Okay. So whoever asks, you should know that. So write what is V1. For example, they will ask you the question. Your friend may ask question, or your teacher may ask question. What is V1? So V1 means immediately you have to say it's a base form. Okay. So you can say it's a root form. Okay. And what are the types of verbs available in this base form? There are two types of verbs. Yesterday we have seen that one is the regular verbs, two is the irregular verbs. What is that? Regular and irregular. These are the two types of verbs. We have seen some examples also. So what these regular verbs will say? What these irregular verbs will indicate? We had seen yesterday. Okay. Next one is said to be an V2. So V2 will also represent terms of simple past form, and it also has a regular, irregular forms. Okay. Third one is said to be an third will represent terms of V3. It is said to be a past participle form. It is said to be a past participle form. Okay. Here also we have seen that some of the examples of regular verbs and irregular verbs. In the previous class we have seen, and we have seen some day-to-day examples. So what to do, how to do, and how to add ed, how to add ing, how to add en, whatever. Okay. And next one is V4 represents the third person in terms of singular. It's a third person, okay, who is away from you. Thus we are going to represent what type of action has been takes place by him. Okay, that is V4. And V5 is said to be an present participle form. So if anyone asks you what is verb, generally we can say some action which will takes place, some action it shows some action, it says some action, it always represent some action. Without action, here nothing. Okay. So if the word which gives action in terms of different forms, as we know the forms, what are the forms we have studied one by one? 5 forms. So totally we are having 5 forms. Each and every verbs will give action of different forms. One is V1, V2, V3, V4, and it will be in terms of V5. Okay. So you should be strong in this verb 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you are strong in these verbs, you can easily identify what type of sentences has been given to you. And every time you have to read the sentences thrice. First time you have to read it and you have to understand. And second time you have to read understand. And third time you have to read understand the type of action which will be takes place with subject, verb, and its object. In terms of verbs, with either it may be a V1 or V2 or V3 or V4 or V5. Okay. So the previous class we are studying about all the forms, and now we are studying about why we are saying V1, why we are saying V2, why we are representing V3, V4. Okay. So next we will see. Next we will see some of the examples. Okay. So as we know that what is V1, V2, V3, V4, V5, see it has been given here. You can easily identify what is V1 is V1. These words will becomes V2. This will becomes V3. This is said to be an V4. This is V5. So as we know this V1, V2, V3, V4, V5, now we are going to select some particular words, particular verbs. Okay. And we are going to identify whether it belongs to which categories, which criterias. Okay. How we can replace these verbs in terms of sentences. How to shape the sentences, or how to mold the sentences. So how you are going to shape it, how you are going to it, how you are going to reframe the sentences, how you are going to reframe it. You should know how to reframe the sentences based on the verbs which is given to you. So you should know how to write it, how to rewrite it. First you should know how to write it, how to rewrite it. You should know that. For this only we are practicing here. Okay. For this we are practicing here. So first one is said to be an verb. First one is said to be a verb. Verb 1. First said to be an add. What is this? Add. Add means just I am going to add sugar in my coffee. Add means plus. For example, you can say plus. It's easy for you. Plus. The symbol represents plus. Add means plus. What is the spelling for add? ADD. ADD stands for add. It represents plus symbol. So just I am going to add some sugar in my coffee. I am going to add some water in the milk. I am going to add some chocolate okay, in a cup of coffee. So you are going to mix something, okay. So I am going to add something with this pen, okay. It will represent terms of add. Add means summation. Thus you are going to include it, you are going to attach it, okay. So add will represent terms of positive sign, and it will be replaced in terms of added. What is it? Added. ADD plus ED. Added. ED will be added, okay. So next one is said to be an. Third one will also represent terms of ADD plus ED. Added. ED will be added, both ED will be added. This is said to be in past form, this is said to be in past participle form. This one is said to be one is said to be an base form. What is this? Base form, past participle form. Okay. Next, this added will be replaced in terms of adds. What is it? Adds. Adds means ADD plus S. Yeah, adds. Fourth one is said to be an adding. ING will be added. Here, ING will be added. That is ADD plus ING. Said to be an adding. ADD plus ING is said to be an adding. Yeah. So first word is said to be an add. It is also said to be a base form. It is said to be an base form. So add means we are going to increase it. We are going to do the addition. And it will be replaced in terms of past added. So added means already I add sugar. I added some sugars in the milk. I added some sugar in the coffee. So already adding has been takes place. Already adding has been completed. Okay, that's why it will be past tense or past verbs. If you are going to add, then it will be said to be an base form. Just I am going to add it now. Just I am going to, for example, this is a coffee, this is a flask, this is a sugar. So this is a spoon. Just I am going to add, some amount of sugar in this coffee. This is a coffee, and I am going to add some sugar in this coffee. Okay, that is said to be an add. It is said to be an added. Okay, already it's added. First, what they are saying that it's going to be add. I'm going to add. Next one is said to be an added, already completed. Third one also said to be an added. Fourth is said to be adds. Adds means just I'm going to do. Adds means just I'm going to take this spoon and then I'm going to just put. It's going to adds. I'm going to add it. Next one is adding means I'm doing. Yes, I'm doing this. Okay. So this is one of the example for this add, added, adds, adding. So what difference you have find out? So this is the verb which is given to you. Add. It will be replaced in terms of ed. It will be replaced in terms of ed. It will be replaced in terms of s. S means not replace. It will be in summation, addition. Okay, just we are going to add all these things. Next, it will be replaced in terms of adding ing. So this is the first verb. amused. Ed will be added. Same thing, past participle, ed will be added. Amused. Sample has been given as amuse, amused, amused, amuses. Properly and slowly. Okay. Amuse, amused, amused, amuses, and amusing. Third one is bind. Just I'm going to bind it. I'm going to do some binding. Bind it, fold it, mold it. Whatever, that's a different bind. So bind means it is a different bind. Bind will be replaced in terms of bound. Replaced in terms of bound. Bound will be replaced in terms of bound, as it is bound. This bound will also be replaced in terms of binds. Now I'm doing this work, binds. It will be replaced in terms of binding. What is that? Binding. I'm going to do the binding. Okay? I'm going to do binding. So how will you say? Bind will be replaced in terms of bound, 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 binds, and binding. So these are the some of the changes of verbs which will be takes place as been shown here. Okay. And third one, fourth one is blow. It blow. It is E. We are saying about this to some of the sample words, how to yeah. Okay, so next class.